Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome. Now, whether you agree with it or not, we are going to prove to you today that you have power beyond measure. But what are you doing with it? Is the question everybody should be asking. And the answers could be the difference between a reality where life is happening to you instead of for you. And every day you realize that you have a choice between awakening your soul or pushing the snooze button and leaving it in a comatose slumber. Right now, you have the power to revive your courage to live life in your So imagine having been fully present and on purpose in your career. So much so that the abundance forces in the universe just flows through you on command. Imagine a reality where you can tap into your innate healing abilities to get into your most optimum health with the strength and the conviction to feed and nurture your relationships with love and compassion. Honoring and claiming this power beyond measure is about making every day filled with the vibration of being fully alive in every aspect of life, showering in the vibrations of joy and love and gratitude, and then pulsating from your heart into every cell, every atom, every molecule to recode and reprogram your DNA to live beyond fears, limitations, and the negativity that has been in charge so far. Welcome, everybody, to episode 83 of Hacking the Infinity Matrix. You have power beyond measure. I'm Gary Johnson. This is my partner, Ross Arnston. And every week, we bring you the only live stream that is focused on unraveling the codes within and throughout the infinity process. And we do our best to give you real world, easy to implement, and practical reality hacks that you can use right away. Our intention is to help you transform any difficulties and challenges so that you can confidently go out into life feeling expanded and unstoppable. Now, if this sounds like the kind of content that that would be valuable to your life, then make sure you tune in every Thursday, 9 a.m. PST. If this is your first time here, you should know that you are now a part of a global community. And if you're a regular watcher, you've been a regular here, you know the drill. Go ahead and let us see let's see where everyone is tuning in from, and let us know in the chats, in the comment, your city and or country, in the chats, just so we know where everybody's chiming in from. Okay. And wherever you're chiming in from, you're going to want to stick around for the full stream today, because by the end, you're going to have a quick and easy tool to step into your power when you need it and truly be unstoppable in the infinity matrix. It's simple, it's fast, it's powerful, but first, we need to prep your thoughts and your belief systems first.
Hey, that's good. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. So we got some people from Connecticut is popping in here,
Nice.
and Midwest. Well, that's kind of okay.
Yes, could be anywhere.
She's from 20 states. Everyone's celebrating the Queen's Jubilee. So, where is Jolene from? I wonder. Okay. Well, thank you very much, everyone, and welcome to our stream today. And let me just say that we are truly grateful that you chose to spend some time with us today. And trust me, we don't take that lightly because we understand how much of a commodity time is. So we put a lot of our heart and soul into the content that we bring you, and we love to hear how our different messages impact and affect different people. We love it. So if you've had experiences with us before, positive or negative, put them in the comments. We'd love to hear what's going on. So today, we're going to explore the topic of the power you have within you. And many times, When I bring up that up with clients and students, the idea of having a dormant superpower comes to mind. And so let me ask you, secretly, do you want to be a superhero? Are there times you need your hero to come forth with its amazing power and simply arise to the occasion, a certain occasion, but it just won't? Are you fearing that you have deemed yourself an underachiever, forever stuck in negative patterns, repeating and disempowering habits? With the turmoil of current events, you might be feeling disconnected and helpless with these out of control thoughts and the voice inside your head reminding you every single thing that's gone wrong in your life, including and most likely the imagined problems of the future. And in the end, you don't believe that you can achieve anything more than what you already have or have not. We believe it's time to stop torturing yourself with comments like, I'm not good enough, I'm stupid, I'll never succeed, I'm a failure, or some other self invented, made up definition. Okay? Self invented, created by you, made up, created by you, definitions that you're living by. So by now you may understand on the surface that beliefs do not always represent what is true and factual. In fact, your beliefs are based on perceptions of reality that are shaped by your earlier experiences in life and by the environment you were born into and probably live today. But that was then. So let me ask you this. Have you ever watched a movie or read a book and kind of thought to yourself, I wish that was me? Or I could do that. Something a character did or said, it struck a chord and just resonated inside you. Sometimes it resonates so hard and for so long that you can't shake it. You may or may not know that when mega hit military movies come out, recruitment rates go up. Kids want to be soldiers. Movies like the Rocky series dramatically affected gym memberships, and they go up. When a brand or a model of a car is prominent in movies and newscasts, sales of that model increase. Now it seems that comic book sales are on the rise. But this is for another live stream or even our Saturday morning rabbit hole.
If you want to join us on our one of those rabbit hole sessions, you can see the link running on the bottom, scrolling down the bottom. We'll tell you a little bit more about the rabbit hole sessions a little later. But I did want to jump in here first. Just let's kind of get an idea of who's here. If you can first if it's your first time here, go ahead and type in hashtag first time, just so we kind of get an idea who's new and who's not. And those of you that are regulars, why don't you type in hashtag hooked on hacking. And for those of you coming back and catching it on the replay later, we'd like to know when you're coming back to watch it as well. So if you're watching this on replay later, type hashtag replay, just so we can kind of get an idea of who's watching and check that out as you leave comments for us, because your interactions are very important to us, and it's important to you too, because your interactivity with it is how this stuff is going to be more than just background noise. Okay. Yes, there will be a replay option, but the best and most reliable place to get this and all previous sessions is in the Infinity Matrix group. If you're not already a member, I'm going to put that on the bottom here. You'll see that scrolling. If you're not already a member, the link is on the bottom, scrolling on the bottom there. Just head on over there. There's 3 questions that you need to answer in order to be accepted, or the system will just bump your request. The 3rd question is for those who wish to be on our VIP list. The group VIP will get bonuses, early notifications about upcoming group events, exclusive content, that kind of stuff. So it's really good to jump on that if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Oh, got some newcomers, first timers. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, welcome. Now, real quick, there's two things, upcoming events that you should know about. June 13th, we're starting another 5-day challenge. If you've been on one of our previous challenges, you know how powerful and life-changing they can be. But you should know that even if you've done them before, you're going to want to join us on this one, because we made some changes in the structure of the content that will make it even more powerful. And we'll be sharing the details and registration info very shortly to everyone in all our pages and all our socials. And the other thing to note is that we have an amazing interview coming up for you on June 30th, right, Ross?
Yep.
June 30th with James Jensen. He's the author of Expand the Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And so you're going to want to block time off and schedule time for that on June 30th, same time, 9 a.m. Pacific time, right here.
Yeah, I talked to him. He's really excited about being on. So we're looking forward to it. So, okay. So, sorry. Allergies are kind of popping into my head here. Okay. So back to our vision of being a superhero. Have you had a movie or a book that resonates so strong with you that it's on your mind throughout the day until you fall asleep? Sometimes it's still there when you wake up. And for a time, it inspired you to live more, to love more, to be more. And then as time passes, it relatively fades away like a forgotten dream. Perhaps you, like most people, experienced a short-term motivation, like when Rocky fought the good fight, or E.T. persevered and he phoned home, or even the time Frodo made it to Mount Doom of Mordor. These are all just well-known examples, and you may have many different ones that have stayed with you over the years. So yes or no down below. Just let us know, is there a book or a movie that has just always stayed with you? While each of these examples shares a common thread, each inspired a deeper, mysterious, suppressed part of you. A hidden hero, per se, that for a moment cried out, "I'm here!" In its own way, it finds reasons and opportunities to continue to reach out and inspire you with a twinge of its badass power, hoping to be recognized and set free. It's one of the reasons branded t-shirts and posters and trinkets and toys do so well in the stores, because owning them anchors you to the sense of that badass feeling that you felt during your experience. A reminiscent twinge of power. So you see, when a part of yourself has been trapped in a hidden cave inside you, you can't, or have forgotten how, to feel that badass confidence anymore. You lose the edge, the invincibility of youth, perhaps. And because you can't feel your deeper self, you slowly lose the ability to tap into that part of you, and therefore, you look for some alternative sources, justifiable excuses, downgraded dreams, and goals to create some sort of, at least a diluted version of a connection to it. But we can only continue to swim over the surface and go around and around in circles for so long before you sink deeper and ultimately become lethargic and drown. Drown in the overwhelming feeling of despair and anguish of, is this all that I am? Being repeated over and over again. As you continue looking for an entrance to that cave to possibly, just one more time, converse again, feel again your hidden hero, and experience its salient energy, its irresistible power. Many of our Ultimate Badass Self 5-day challenge participants expressed this type of personal history and discovered for themselves how their power was only covered over, buried, waiting to be released. They excelled, and so can you on the next challenge coming up in the next, it's less than 2 weeks now. So type in #challenge if you want us to reach out and send you some of the details as soon as we open up for registrations. And we do also have a private group you'll get access to once you register. So hashtag challenge, and we'll get back to you in the next day or so. All right, so then secretly, do you really want to be that superhero from the movie or the book? I'm not really insinuating you want to fly or have super strength, but rather capture the freedom giving mindset exuding confidence, honor, and integrity. Because there are many, many times you need your hero to come forth and take the reins of a situation, to set your course and let you know that no matter what, it will be there for you. So, if beliefs are as dynamic as we are led to believe and are based on your perceptions of reality, then isn't it the logical progression to simply instill within yourself a more accessible belief system, a more powerful belief system? Does that make sense? After all, the hero archetype is one of the most prominent and popular of the archetypes of our personality, and for good reason. Heroes have been written about and admired for centuries, taking all forms and sizes and traits. So let's explore this for a moment. Centuries ago, the symbolism of old already knew about archetypes and the power each wielded, with the heroes from many cultures and legends going down into the deep, scary caves to slay the dragons. Admirable men and women penetrating impossible mazes to kill the ghostly beasts who preyed upon the villages. So here's my query to you. Did these heroes Did these heroes enter into the caves as scared cowards, and battling the dragon made them brave and confident? Or did they have the mindset of courage, confidence before they entered, and therefore it was instead proven through their actions by utilizing a power that they already had existed within? Did they need the experience to prove to themselves what they already knew? That their power wasn't out there, but rather in here. In these modern times, your trapped, belittled, hidden self relentlessly continues to increase its hold on the expansion of your soul, keeping it in check, keeping you content, safe, and scared. Your hero's confidence and power erodes in its ability to believe it can ever triumph over injustice, hardship, and the new dragons of society. You're no longer inspired to create true love or search for your holy grail. The contentment of convenience has taken over almost everything in life, making each generation more mediocre, more passive, more focused on pure survival, all while playing it safe. Feelings of deep, real emotion become, they become the obstacle to happiness rather than the path, creating this superficial heroism that we all seem to be quoting on commercials or social media these days. How do you glean power from this? We've known for hundreds of years that the only path to true heroism and authentic self leadership is found deep beneath the surface of your soul, that is, and the only means of bringing forth these buried powers through action, the action of finally stepping up, taking a couple bruises, and declaring the reality that you want to create for yourself. Yet still, you shy away from being your true hero, letting the imagined horrors and fears and insecurities that you may find within scare you into submission and non action. What if? What if, you say? And so here you are, stifling your inner power, all while yearning for another adventure to pacify your inner hero, trying to prove your worthiness. And by doing so, you draw forth your phone from its mighty sheath to do battle once again, standing proud and confident, and with all the courage you can muster, you push send tweet. So, what happened to your hero? Luckily for your buried, hidden hero, the universe is a magical place. And communication technology brings us closer and closer every day, allowing resources like us to become available for all at an expansive level. For without it, we wouldn't be having the interaction today. Allowing knowledge, once covertly concealed away and kept in the dark, its secrets only realized by a certain few. Secrets that which were once meant for only the rulers and priests has now become available for all to learn, to understand, and utilize. An unadulterated freedom, a freedom for you to release your power, letting it out to attain freedom for you to expand and become more potentiality, to become unstoppable. And this freedom that is breaks the binds, the binds, the shackles of that your self-confidence that's holding back your self-confidence and your pride. It allows you to take the first step in controlling your life and break the imagined bonds that hold you back. Now those bonds that muzzle your voice and bind your hands and chain your feet can be shattered and set your true self free. And your timing's perfect. Because today, more than ever, we need heroes to slay the dragons. Those beastly monsters who await under the surface of our tweets and posts are nothing more than our own unexpressed pent up emotions. But clicking like isn't the act of courage you think it is. Yes, it's a form of communicating your thoughts and beliefs, but it's more like the faint applaud from the stands rather than the true hero stepping into his or her own true purpose and power. So listen, stop trying to make yourself relevant and just be relevant. Stop relying on others to do it. Instead, become the hero doing it yourself, smashing the restrictions you've put upon yourself and opening your heart and mind to the possibility, the probability, the actuality that you can make a difference. All you need is the will to be better, to live better, and never, ever give up. And it takes courage. It may take longer than you would like, but dragons will give in and walls will topple down. And when you've slain the demons nobody even dared to look at, well, then you find yourself to be a true hero. Your jail transforms itself from unfair punishment to the challenge that you were always meant to solve. Like legends tell, you will have to become a leader, an admirable warrior, an irresistible force of life. And with it, you bring faith and strength to others who still battle on. And don't give up. Don't give in to the convenient melancholy. Don't listen to advice from those who've never dared to climb down into their own caves or look their own monsters in the eye. So let me close with this. When you are looking for all the heroes, look in the mirror. I think you're going to like what you see. And I bet we're going to have a lot of heroes popping up on Saturdays down the rabbit hole, Gary.
Yeah,
So,
for
and we'll
sure.
probably continue this topic with an open discussion where you can ask relevant questions about virtually anything. And that's this Saturday, every Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific time.
8. Actually,
8,
we're doing
excuse me,
8
excuse me, 8 a.m. Pacific
a.m.
time. And I think it's scrolling across the screen. So
Yeah, for those
please
of you who don't know about the rabbit hole is basically it's a Zoom live conversation where we open up the floor for you to jump on and join us in conversations about any topic that we've covered, or anything else, even if stuff we haven't yet covered, something you're curious about or questions you have, or even insights you want to bring and share to the group as well. And so we do that every Saturday morning. It's a great community of people who want to get together and have stimulating, uplifting, inspiring, enlightening type conversations. All right. And so you're welcome to come to that. Just the link is down below. You'll get the Zoom link. You just have to register for the Zoom link, and then come and join us Saturday morning. Okay. So if we do have all this immeasurable, this unmeasurable power, I guess we have to ask then, why isn't all of our lives, everybody here, why isn't it filled with all the health, the wealth, and enriching relationships we'd like? Ross talked about it a little earlier, and it's like, it goes back to what Dr. Bruce Lipton brought to light when he first introduced the biology belief into the world. And that was that your environment plays a key role in what you condition yourself to experience. So if your environment in some way, shape, or form was telling you things like you're not smart, or you don't have enough money to afford this or that, you're too skinny, not skinny enough, you're blah, 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 whatever it is that's you've been exposed to growing up, right? At some point, you begin to believe those messages from your environment, right? And whether it was family or friends, media, or even social, in one way or another, when you get bombarded with that type of negativity, you instinctively stop looking beyond what you hear or what you see. You start to create this shell. You create a reality where you only become familiar with the bubble you've got comfortable living in. But here's where you've misunderstood or were misled about the power that you possess. You are so powerful that you were able to construct a reality where all those non-truths were accepted as fact. And at some level, you chose to ignore your capacity to live beyond the judgments and the labels that others had for you. Now think about it. If right now you are living any less than your full potential every day, you have to go against, you have to constantly go against the absolute truth of who you are. And you have to sustain all the lies, all the excuses, all the justifications to play life smaller than your divine self is capable of. You got to think, it's work. It's work to be less than who you truly are. And when especially when you know and when you understand that you are who you are is infinite and expansive. And even those who played a different scenario for one reason or another and processed messages of I am great, I'm enough, I'm abundant in every way, I'm pretty, I am okay just the way I am, I'm blah, blah, blah again. I propose that even with those as functioning programs in your reality, you are still selling yourself short And the reason that I say that is because one of the base principles we've come to uncover in the Infinity Matrix is that you are greater than you think you are, no matter how great you think you are. Let me say that again. You are greater than you think you are, no matter how great you think you are. And I talk about this many times in previous live streams. And we really explore the reality of it in the 5-day challenge. So make sure you remember to put, if you haven't already done it, hashtag challenge in the chat. Let me just throw it up on the screen again. There you go. All right. Hashtag challenge in the chat. And to get the details, so we'll send you the details as soon as we have them ready for you. All right. It's one thing to preach it, though. Right? It's one thing to hear someone on stage or read it in a book or listen to Ross and I said. It's one thing to hear that, oh, yeah, you are greater than you think you are, no matter how great you think you are, in whatever format that shows up. How would you like me to prove it to you all? Okay. All right. I'm going to be bold enough to say that I can prove it to you all, no matter who you are here. Okay. So go ahead and type hashtag greater than in the comments. If you challenge me to prove that you are greater than you think you are. All right. I'm up for the challenge. You are greater than any challenge, any obstacle, any negativity, anything that's going on in your life right now, good, bad, or indifferent. I guarantee you that it's true. I'm going to prove it to you. All right. Okay, great. All right. So the first thing to understand is that, sorry, there's a delay. So I want you to bear with me. I'm just waiting for the delay to come through. Okay, good. Give me a hashtag greater than, and let's have some fun. Okay. And while as the delays come, when your comments come through in our end, it helps us to know that you're interacting and that that you're not just kind of muting us out. So go ahead and put that in the comments. And I'm going to need you to participate here in order for this to work on our end. So that's why I'm waiting for you guys to go ahead and do that. Okay. Where are you all? I see you all. All right. There we go. Now they're coming in. Okay, great. Greater than. There we go. Now you guys are showing up. Okay, awesome, awesome. Okay, and so here's the thing. Okay, let's start with this. Think of something that's troubling you in your life right now. Okay, something that you'd like to be different or better in some way. And when you've got that something, okay, when you've got something to think about in that, now you're all pouring in. Okay, good. When you've got something like that, go ahead and tell me in the comments what it is. And I'd like you to state it in the following way. State it, right now I am blank. So it could be, right now I'm having challenges. Right now I'm feeling stresses. Right now I'm feeling angry. Right now I'm whatever. Right now I am experiencing blank. Okay, whatever it is on any end of the spectrum. Okay, so think about the challenges, the difficulties, the setbacks that may be going on for you right now. Some of you may be going on with some real stuff, and I get that. We understand. Our intention is in no way to belittle any of it at all. I promise you. Okay, my intention is to give you a perspective that you may have never had, and hopefully leave you in a place where you are more resourceful and empowered when you have to deal with whatever's going on. Okay. And if you don't feel comfortable to share in the comments, we get that too. Okay. We understand. That's okay. Right. You can still play along. So I'm going to just kind of go along with a generic scenario. I want you to play along and make adjustments to your specific situation, whatever it is. Okay. So the statement is, right now I am blank. Okay. Again, if you want to share it in the comments, go ahead and do that. Whatever that is. For those of you who aren't having any particular negative issues going on right now, you can go ahead and tell us in the comments positive things using the statements, something, right now I am excited, right now I'm inspired, right now I'm feeling loved, whatever it is, good, bad, or indifferent. I can assure you, you are still greater than that. Okay? So, now here's the thing. All right, now I'm trying to let go of resistance. Okay. Well, let's use that one. All right. So, in order for you to say, and that was Patty, right? So, Patty, in order for you to say that I'm trying to let go of resistance, okay, the true you, okay, would have to first contain that resistance. Okay, and for those of you, whatever else the thing is, you have to contain that thing in order for you to claim ownership of it. Okay, the true you had to have the capacity to, first of all, conceive of that, and then had to construct what that actually is for you in the way that it is, in the quantity that it is, to say that it's a reality that you're experiencing. Okay, the true you had to conceive of resistance. Same with even, so Jolene says, I am blessed. You have to conceive of blessed. So the fact that you're conceiving of that, you're owning that, you're claiming that, it means that you're greater than it. Okay, the true you had to construct what a blessed mean, had to construct what resistance was, had to construct anger, frustration, any of those things, to what degree of intensity that particular state of being is. That means you are greater than it, no matter what it is. You, the greater you, the spiritual you, the manifester of it, you are the master of it. Ultimately, you are greater than it. So you see, no matter what you think you are, you're greater than that. And this is the foundation for designing your reality and becoming unstoppable, because you know that nothing's out there. As Ross mentioned earlier, it starts and stems from in here. And how you get to this greater than perspective is this. It's simple. Okay? So if someone's saying, I'm angry, or I'm resisting, or I'm blessed, whatever it is, how do you know that you're that? Right? So if I'm going to use an example, let's say it's I'm angry, right? I am angry. Well, how do I know I'm angry? Well, I feel it in my body. My thoughts are angry type thoughts. My teeth are clenched. My heart rate is increased. There's evidence to show that you're experiencing something. Okay? So first thing is to understand what it is you're claiming that you are and who you are. Second is to get evidence of why you think that's the reality. Then you say, well, what am I that's not that? So yes, I feel and I'm honoring that, but what am I that's not that? So while I can feel that anger, while I can be these things, I also know that I am a father who's not anger, right? I'm not the frustration. I'm a father. I'm a friend. I'm a colleague. I'm a teacher. I'm a coach. I am all these other things that are not that. So that means that if I'm all these other things and I have the capacity to contain that too, then I must be way greater than that. Okay. And what I am, and then you say, okay, so no, so if I'm a coach, I'm a teacher, I'm a friend, I'm a worker, I'm a electrician, I'm a nurse, I'm a dentist, whatever the label is that you said that it's not that initial thing. Then the next thing is you say, okay, so what am I that's greater than even that? Right? And then you can say something like, I'm a being that is with the capacity to feel all the emotions and choose which ones I'm going to experience. I am one who chooses his reality. I am a spiritual being. I am a part of a larger ecosystem called planet Earth. I'm one who has received the privilege of life in this universe where it seems to be a very rare occurrence. At least in this form as we know it. I am the compilation of stardust from the beginning of time to now, and possibly from the future as well. We're not quite sure. Okay? And so from that perspective, you can look back at that original challenge or that problem, even if it's a positive experience, right? And it can seem so tiny and far less dominant than you were allowing it to be before, right? Can you all see how that works now? So when you feel that things are being overwhelming, when you feel that life is crunching you, when you feel that you can't handle certain things, when whatever's going on, that you're looking to become more empowered, realize that you're greater than that, whatever it is. The mere fact that you're experiencing it means that there's a part of you that had to observe it. There's a part of you that had to define it. There's a part of you that had to accept it. And there's a part of that to continue hold on to it. Okay? So do you believe me now that you're greater than you think you are? Okay? That there's more joy, more happiness, more health, more enriching relationships, and even more of your authentic and fully empowered self that has the potential to show up on command. Well, that's the spark of your ultimate badass self. And for 5 days, starting June 13th, is a day, we're going to take you on a completely transformative process so that you can choose to live life without compromise. Now, let me share one of the recent testimonials we had from someone who did the last couple challenges, 5-day challenges. And this is from Kay Easto. She said, I'm excited to carry on and make sure my foundations are strong and I'm continuing to grow into the infinity matrix. Every area of my life has been changing for the better and so quick since I completed the last challenge. Thank you. In fact, every part of my life has changed since the 5-day and my bonus call with both of you. So they get a bonus call in the challenge with Ross and I. And I found my way into the eye of the storm, back into my light, enjoying and loving every day since. Forever grateful to both of you. And that's from Kay Esto. And we get so many of those from the challenge. So once again, if you haven't already done it, hashtag challenge in the comments. We'll get the registration details to you as soon as we can. We're just wrapping up a couple things, Ross and I, before we solidify that and let everyone know and start to share that everywhere. Okay. So to wrap up today, here's something you can that you can use to enter into the infinity matrix as a hack. It's simple. Anyone can use it. You can when you feel like you are not at your best, this is how you rise above to access your full greatness. Step 1, label your experience. Okay? The state of being that you're experiencing. I am blank. Honor it. That's a state that you've created in your experiences. Then, second thing, step 2, is ask yourself, well, how do I know that I'm that? Right? That's step 2. How do I know that? What's the evidence? Right? Because if there is no evidence, then is it really true? Okay? And it also gets you to start to realize how you're creating these moment-to-moment experiences. Okay? So there's some additional things that you get from doing that process. Step 3. Once you figure that out and get the evidence, you say, okay, so then what am I that's not that, whatever that original thing is, right? When you say I am blank. What am I that's not that? Outside of the box. And then even outside of that. And then ask that question. What am I that's greater than that? And then what am I that's greater than that? Keep asking that. Repeat that. So step 5 is to repeat that 2, 3, 4, 7 times. What am I that's greater than that? Well, what am I that's greater than that? Whatever the answer is, what am I that's greater than that? You start to realize, right, that thing that you thought you were feeling or experiencing was, instead of it being all of who you were in the moment, that it's just a minor, just a smaller part of you as a total being. So you are greater than it. Okay, and then step 6, then when you get to that place, that perspective, reflect on how much more you are than the original label in step number 1. Okay, it's a powerful practice. I'm telling you, it's a really, really powerful practice to take on. This is it's as you play in the infinity matrix, you'll find that there won't be anything that could stop you from having the reality you desire when you realize that you're greater than you think you are, no matter how great you think you are. Okay, so that's our hack for today. And in closing, remember that we dare you to be exceptional, and the only way you can do that is to think bigger than you've thought before now. Then implement what you learn and learn from what you implement. Till next time, be well, everyone. Be kind to yourself. Be true to yourself.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
See you next week.